Hey YouTube, Qualia here, bringing you all an update to my Feltyrosa Cardfight Vanguard Overdress deck profile for post-Lyrical Monasterio. It's a new school term. This is the latest support for the Lyrical Monasterio Vampire deck that focuses on using a bunch of different ghost units along with the main go-to Vanguard, Feltyrosa, in her many different forms to gain multiple attacks and additional drive checks that can call out different ghosts onto the field for you to then attack into your opponent with. I really do like this deck. It's probably my favorite deck from the Lyrical Monasterio set, just with its overall playstyle. So definitely glad that we got new support and a new trigger lineup to help with the deck as well. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So we'll go ahead and start off with the ride deck, Feltyrosa, comprising the entire ride deck with its starter, Admired Dear Sister, Feltyrosa. When wrote upon, if you went second, draw a card. The grade 1 being Beautiful Day Off, Feltyrosa. When it's wrote upon, use Soul Blast 1, choose up to 1 ghost from your drop zone, put it into your hand. And during your turn, if you have a ghost on your rear guard, this unit gets plus 2,000 power. So an additional boost to help against some of your opponent's units that may have had a little more of a power increase. And for the grade 2, 1 Talent of Enjoyment, Feltyrosa. When this unit is wrote upon, reveal a ghost normal unit from your hand, put it on the top of your deck, and choose a ghost unit from your drop zone and put it into your hand. So this gives you the option for when using your grade 3 Feltyrosa for the drive check to at least have a ghost normal unit on your first drive check, and then having the counterblast to then call that card out onto the field with the additional option for the Persona ride. I'm also running 3 more copies of the grade 3, which is Rondo of Eventide Moon, Feltyrosa. When you drive check, it reveals a ghost normal unit. You may call that unit to an open front row rear guard. If you called, you counter +1, and this unit gets drive +1 to end of turn. This is not a once per turn skill. You have all the options to keep using this if you drive check more and more normal units to call out to the front row. That's why you want to clear out your front row of any rear guards with some of your other cards in the deck. That's what the ghosts are meant to do. They help to basically empty out the front row, and then Feltyrosa will fill up that front row with the additional ghosts with her drive checks. For the additional grade 3s, still running the 4 of the Capriccio of Circulating Star Ingrid. When this unit's placed on rear guard other than from hand, you can countercharge 1, choose one of your other rear guards in the same column as this one, and stand it. So this gives you the chance to use your boosted unit with the rear guard that already attacked against your opponent, and giving you a countercharge to make up for all the counterblasting that Feltyrosa will do. And when this unit attacks, this unit gets plus 5,000 until end of battle. And at the end of that battle, put this unit on the bottom of your deck, clearing out the front row for you to use with Feltyrosa to then call additional ghosts onto the front row for multiple attacks. For the other grade 3 spot, I also run 3 of the Selfie Practice Annalise. On rear guard at the end of the battle, this unit attack while boosted. Put this unit into your soul and choose one of your rear guards and gets plus 5,000. You can make up for the rear guard boost, having a potential chance for your opponent to get a trigger by having that rear guard that will be withstood by other ghost units you may call out, having the additional power to then boost the second attack onslaught of your rear guard power. I only run 3 though because we are running a new grade 2 that definitely you want to run 4 of, and that is the newest grade 2 being the Cannon of Overlaid Spinning, the Lin. This one is also the playmat card for the sneak preview, but it's a definite 4 of when this unit is placed on rear guard. If Rondo of Eventide Moon, Feltyrosa's on your Vanguard, you Soul Blast 1, choose a ghost normal unit not named Cannon of Overlaid Spinning Lin from your drop zone, call it to an open rear guard, and on rear at the end of the battle, this unit attacked, put this unit on the bottom of your deck. Just an easy way to clear out the rear guards along with the other ones that I have mentioned so far, and also just being able to call an additional card, because let's say the biggest weakness with Feltyrosa is that you will get a trigger unit and then only have the 1 ghost reveal. So as long as you can call out this card, you'll be able to open up that other rear guard for the attacks that you may have cleared out with the units that have already attacked and gave you that check. Because then if you go with Feltyrosa, drive check a ghost, and then the other one's a trigger, you'll have 1 missed attack, and that's what this card will make up for. For the other grade 2, I also run 4 of the Dedicated Serenade, Eleanor. On rear guard, when this unit attacks, you can Soul Blast 2, and this unit gets plus 15,000 until end of battle. And at the end of that battle, put this unit on the top of your deck. So another way to fit the 2 ghosts on the top of the deck along with the setup from the grade 2 Feltyrosa to at least have 2 ghosts on the top of your deck to drive check and call out to those open rear guards to attack once again. that is it for the grade 2s. Moving on now to the grade 1s. I run a good variety of grade 1s that help with the actual setup for the front row grade rear guards. And that with the first one being 3 Join Grasp or Nesta. This one of the older ones from the back row when your other ghost unit is placed on rear during your battle phase. Stand this unit. Very, very useful when you use other cards aside from your Star Ingrid, which will already stand the rear guard when it's placed in that rear guard circle. So you can at least have other boosts with other cards like Diet Lin for that play to make use of. And another one of the new grade 1s that I run is the Wraith Embrace Bettina. On rearguard once per turn, when your other ghost is placed on another rearguard in the same column as this one, choose a card with Feltyrosa and its card name from your drop zone and put it into your soul. It helps for the Soul Blast buildup. Feltyrosa does use Counterblast for a good amount of its card abilities, but you still need Soul Blasting for a good amount of other cards that you may use in this deck. That's why I like to run 3 Bettina just as a once per turn placed on the back row, and that's what I like about the grade 1s in this deck and why I run a good variety of them, that you will just have that variety to use, and then they'll stay on the back row since it's the front row rear guards that'll be interchanged the most in the deck. And then for the other new grade 1, I run 2 of the Eternally Indistinguishable Abide Irene. On rearguard, when this unit boosts a ghost normal rearguard, this unit gets plus 2,000 to end of battle. At the end of that battle, you may put the boosted rearguard on the bottom of your deck. So if you have to have this card boost another rearguard, you can at least have this card be on the rearguard. And if it's one that won't be placed on the bottom of the deck, at least with the power boost placed with this card, you'll be able to put it on the bottom of the deck and clear out the front row rearguard thanks to it. I thought about bumping up this card to an additional count. If I were, I may drop the other grade 1 numbers because, like I said, you have some of those spots already filled in and they'll just fill in the back row and never really leave those spots and just provide the boost to the units that will leave the rear guard front row circles. And then for the last of the grade 1s, I just run 4 of the Diva of Refreshing Calm, Christine, just being the perfect card of choice. We still don't have the Ghost Sentinel, and sharing the skill with all the other Sentinels in D format, where if your hand has 2 or more cards, choose a card from your hand as card. So if you only have one other card in your hand, let's say it's the Sentinel, you can at least keep it in your hand and then guard another attack without having to discard. And that is it for the grade 1s. Moving on now to the grade 0s. For the trigger lineup, I'm running 8 criticals. So 4 of the new Precious Tune Edwidge, having the, at the end of the battle, boosted, put into your soul. Choose one of your units, it gets plus 2,000. The 2,000 can definitely matter for some of the grade 3s that have less power than normal 13k body grade 3s in the deck. And 4 of the Glutton Nora, just being the ghost triggers. I find it to be the most fitting for the deck for sure. And I also run 3 draw trigger. It helps just because sometimes you won't be fully invested to use a front trigger, so I prefer to use the draw trigger for also the hand consistency in the deck. And lastly, for the ghost heal trigger, 4 of the Languid Relaxation Marguerite, for just the most fitting trigger I would say to use with all the other different ghosts in the deck. And the over trigger being the Demonic Fever Garviera, has the 100 million, and the additional effect during this fight you get during your turn, all your rear guards get plus 10,000. So the earlier in the game you get this card, the better off it'll be for you to use with all your different card abilities and just all the different rear guards to attack into your opponent also. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoy. Like I said, Feltyrosa is definitely one of my favorites for the Lyrical Monasterio decks. Still practicing with a bunch of the other ones, so I hope you look forward to those deck profiles as well. And as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And Kira Qualia out.